Hey guys, welcome back to Bohs Fan TV, and today we are doing a latest news video. Fair bit's happened in the last couple of days. Obviously, the new kids come out yesterday, so we'll be talking about that. A couple of other bits and pieces of news as well, transfer rumours. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. Anyway, we'll talk about the new kid that was released yesterday. I quite like it. I know some people are a bit torn about it. Look at the gold and the way that it fits in with the black as well on the sponsor of the Des Kelly, which is like one aspect of it that I particularly like. And yeah, look, it's quite similar to the one we had in 2020. Actually, I was only thinking that the other day. And yeah, look, no, I quite like it. The color is really nice as well with the red and the gold. So um, we'll have a closer look at it here. This is what the club put up. Gold pinstripe throughout a red or traditional red and black. Jacquard fabric knit throughout. Two color collar and sleeve mesh trim. All gold crest, 135 years surround. 135 graphic on top back, and then obviously on the back of the sleeve, or on the back of the collar as well. So yeah, look, I think it's nice. Now obviously we're very well known for putting out very good kits, and every year, you see it at the new one, and you're obviously like, oh, well, it won't top the one before that, or the one before that. You say it year on year, but no, I quite like it. I think it's nicely done. And yeah, look, you see all the pictures there in Phoenix Park. Obviously, that's where it all began for us all those years ago. So yeah, I like it. The goal makes it look very nice. So yeah, that's the new kit for next season. We'll go into the transfer rumors now, and a couple of new links, couple of links that we've known of that been around for a couple of weeks now. We'll start off with the one that's looking, apparently it's close now. I don't know, all could change, but it's a player that has been linked with us over the last few weeks, and that is St. Pat's winger Alex Nolan. And look, I don't mind the signing if it does happen. A young player who hasn't particularly broke in at Pats and become a regular starter. I think he's probably down the pecking order a bit with the players that they've got there already, with the likes of Mulroney and El Bazzetti. He's going to find it hard to get into the team over them. So he's probably looking for a move away now to guarantee himself first team. Just week in week out football. And yeah, look, if this does happen, I wouldn't be against it at all. I think he's a good player. Every time he's played against us, he's looked quite tidy. You think back to the cup final when he came on in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes, and he gave us a hard time. I remember, I think he sat McDonald down when on the wing. He did a couple of little skill moves, and he'd sent a couple of our players flying, and yeah. So look, I think he's a good player, a good young talent, kind of age profile around 21, 22. The kind of players that you want to be bringing into the club. So yeah, Alex Nolan, if that one does happen, I'd be pretty pleased with it. Next one then is John Mountney, obviously a very experienced player coming from Dundalk. And yeah, look, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one, to be honest. Look, there's no doubt that he's a very experienced player. He's won more than any of our players are, have already. And look, if he does come in, I'd obviously support him. I'd back the signing. He's still only 31. We know which feels mad because it feels like he's been around for a long time. Obviously, a part of that very famous Dundalk side. Had a move to Pats for a season, then came back. Obviously he knows O'Donnell. That's probably the reason why we've been pushing for this signing. Given the fact that he knows O'Donnell very well. So yeah, look, I wouldn't mind it really. I think it's one of them where you look at it, okay, yeah, it's a right back. It's a position that we probably desperately need. We only have Smith there at the moment. We do need a bit of cover there, but look, his age. You look at the defence already. We've got Cornwall, getting on. Even Smith is sort of 28, 20. I think he's about 28, 29, maybe a bit younger. So, you could look at it from that side and say, oh well, should we be looking at maybe more younger lads? But I wouldn't mind the signing really. I think it's one of a bit of experience in the dressing room that maybe we've lacked for a little bit over the course of the last few seasons. So yeah, John Mountney, that's another rumour down the rounds. Next one is Kerry striker Ryan Kelleher. Um, yeah, look, he's a player that I don't watch the first division week in week out. I don't see Kerry games that often, but we can obviously go off the cup game back in August where he scored two goals against us and gave us a bit of a hard time. He's a real unit. a good prospect. He's had a big come up over the last few years, and he's only playing in the I think the Kerry District League a couple of years ago. Now he's I think he was the second top goal scorer in the first division last season. So clearly a talented player. It's just whether he could do it in the Premier Division. For me, that's the big question, I suppose. 13 goals. Look, we've seen it before where players that show that they're good enough in the first division, then make the move into the Premier Division and aren't quite as good. But look, obviously we do need a striker. Obviously we've got Whelan already. We've got Alex Gray, but we probably do need a few options really. We going off last season where we didn't really have many options in front at all. We really struggled for goals. I think it's probably best that we have at least three strikers just to have those options there. So I wouldn't be against the sign if it happened. He clearly has ability. He's a big unit. He gave us a very hard time in the cup there last season. So look, if it does happen, I'd be pretty pleased with it. He has been linked with other clubs as well. He's been linked with Galway and clubs up north. So look, we'll clearly have competition for his signature. But look, if we could get it over the line, I'd be pretty happy with it. Final rumour then, a player that has played for us before a few years back. He went to Dundalk then, and he's now at Derry, and that is Daniel Kelly. Yeah, look, I know some people might be a bit torn on it. Obviously, he was absolutely fantastic for us when he came in from Bray back in 2018. I think he scored, it was like 5 goals in 10 games. When he came back, he had electric pace. He had that end product. He scored goals. He was absolutely he's such an exciting player to watch. And then he went to Dundalk and did quite well. And then last year he moved to Derry, and it hasn't quite worked out from there. A lot of injuries. He's been out the last few weeks. He didn't take part in the cup final. He missed the last few games of the season. And look, but I think the rumour is that he's pretty unhappy up in Derry. He'd like to move back to Dublin. And look, I'd be pretty happy with this one. I think he's a player that, look, if we can rediscover the form that he found when he was with us beforehand and not Dundalk, then we got a smashing player. There's no doubt about that. If he can put his injury problems behind him, I think that would be a very very good signing. No doubt he has pace, ability. He can score goals. He showed that at his time at Dundalk. Now maybe less so at Derry, but like we said, he has struggled with the injuries there. Playing on that Astro pitch as well. I think that's hampered a lot of players up there, to be honest. So, yeah, if Daniel Kelly did come back, I'd be very happy with it. And look, I'd be pretty pleased with all the signs that we've been linked with over the last few weeks. And now there's been a couple of others as well. Connor Parsons, I think, is a player that has been mentioned as well. I wouldn't mind that either. Really, he's a tidy enough player. Doing quite well at Waterford. Every time you played against us, he looked quite tidy. But look, if we had to pull off any of those signs, I think I'd be pretty happy with it. We look at our situation at the minute. We're obviously not going to be able to probably not going to be able to compete with the likes of Derry or Rovers or maybe even Pats and Shells for signings. We haven't got European football to offer. They'd be able to pay bigger wages. Um, so we've got to be shrewd with our business, and I think we have been, so far. I look at Whalen and Moore, and they're two shrewd bits of business that I think we'll do well. Will bear fruitful for us over the next few weeks. And going into the season. So look, any of those signs I think would be very good. Like I said, Beckers can't be tutors in our position really. I think we have to just work with what we have at the minute, budget wise, and hope that we can bring in the kind of quality that we need to kick on for next season. So yeah, that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you think about the rumours, the new kit as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.